Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt that something was off? Nobody said anything, nothing obvious happened, and yet somehow you could feel it. The tension, the discomfort, the shift in energy. Most people ignore these signals, but some people notice them almost instantly. They enter a room and immediately begin reading it. Not consciously, not deliberately, it simply happens. They notice who is making eye contact, who is avoiding it, who seems relaxed, who seems tense, who is speaking too much, and who suddenly became quiet. To other people, these details appear insignificant, but together they create a pattern, and patterns tell stories. This is why some people seem unusually good at reading a room, not because they possess a special gift, not because they can read minds, but because they pay attention to information most people overlook. The human brain is constantly collecting information from the environment, far more information than we consciously realize. Tiny facial expressions, changes in posture, voice tone, physical distance, movement, eye contact. The brain processes these signals in the background, and sometimes it reaches a conclusion before conscious awareness catches up. That strange feeling you get when something feels wrong? Often, your brain noticed something before you did. This is one reason intuition feels so mysterious. People think intuition appears from nowhere, but intuition is often hidden observation, your mind quietly connecting patterns without explaining them. Some people become especially sensitive to these patterns, usually because they spend more time observing than performing. While others focus on what they want to say next, they focus on what is happening around them, and over time, that creates an advantage. They begin recognizing emotional atmospheres. They notice when a group feels uncomfortable. They notice when someone is pretending to be confident. They notice when tension enters a conversation, long before anyone speaks about it. Sometimes they can sense conflict before conflict appears, not because they predict the future, because they notice the signals leading toward it. A sudden silence, a forced smile, a change in body language, a shift in tone, tiny details. But tiny details often reveal larger truths. Think about the last time you met someone and immediately felt uncertain about them. Maybe they seemed friendly, maybe they said all the right things, but something felt wrong. Later, you discovered your instincts were correct. What happened? Most likely, your brain noticed inconsistencies, small contradictions between words and behavior, signals too subtle to explain, but strong enough to create discomfort. This ability becomes stronger with experience. The more attention you pay to people, the more patterns your brain learns to recognize. Eventually, reading a room becomes automatic. You walk in and almost immediately you understand the atmosphere. You know who feels comfortable, who feels excluded, who wants attention, who feels insecure, who is leading the group, and who is pretending. But there is a downside to this awareness. Most people never discuss that part, because noticing more also means processing more. A room that feels normal to everyone else can feel emotionally overwhelming to a highly observant person. Their brain is tracking everything: expressions, energy, reactions, changes, tension, discomfort. The room becomes crowded with information, and information requires energy. This is why highly observant people often feel exhausted after social situations. Not because they dislike people, because their attention never fully switched off. They were reading the room the entire time, and that constant awareness can become mentally draining. There is another misconception. People often assume those who read rooms well are naturally confident, but confidence is not the reason. Many highly observant people are actually quiet, reserved, reflective, because observation requires attention, and attention often grows in silence. When you stop focusing on being noticed, you become better at noticing, and when you become better at noticing, you begin seeing things that other people miss. Not secrets, not hidden knowledge, just patterns, human patterns, the patterns that reveal emotions before words, intentions before actions, and tension before conflict. This is why some people can read a room instantly. They are not psychic, they are not mind readers, they are simply paying attention to details that most people never stop long enough to see, and sometimes those details reveal everything. The next time you walk into a room and instantly feel that something is different, pay attention to that feeling. Your brain may already know something that your conscious mind has not discovered yet.